Okay, guys, so today, crazy day. Gold obviously came down a lot, silver came down a lot, but it wasn't the worst drop in my opinion, especially for those holding the miners. I'll get into that. Didn't really expect a squeeze so soon, but well, we'll get into that. Just very quickly in the markets. Sideways action, I would say. I mean, we closed a higher day on the Nasdaq, but it was still down 1%, but that's quite a decent hammer, so still not very bearish. And to be honest, look, it didn't even fill any of the gap, to be honest. So that was interesting. The S&P down 0.5%, still just sideways at the flagging at the highs, right? So it's between absolute resistance. If you can just extend that, you can see 460, and on the bottom part, just recent support here at 453. So we're just flagging sideways at the highs, still very strong, to be honest. Dow Jones, I mean, look at that. You know, it was a red day, but basically unchanged, just closing a high of day. So, and you know, the Dow Jones and the Russell 2000 that have been underperforming for some time, they've really caught up. Look at that, 1% again on the Russell, close a high of day. So the markets are still really strong. It's caught everyone by surprise, I would say. The fact that this, well, it's caught me by surprise. I didn't expect this, but a lot of things have gone up recently ever since, you know, the rate hikes have been, officially over. So bank stocks also, you know, obviously if the markets are up and the Russell in particular, the bank stocks, basically the things that have been destroyed the most have been up the most. So risk assets, let's say, and, you know, crypto included. Look at Bitcoin above 41K. That's interesting. Haven't covered Bitcoin. I probably won't in this, but look at this, you know, again, high of day close on a lot of the general stocks. So especially the, you know, small caps, more speculative, the things that have been destroyed the most have gone up the most recently. So I think that's my point there. Interest rates, by the way, maybe this is indicative of maybe the market just flagging and not running out of steam, because it looks like they're stabilizing a bit. I mean, they've come down a lot, especially the shorter yield curve. Look at that, they're up more than the longer ones. So, I mean, really the 30 and the 10 are the ones. I mean, look, the 30 is really coming close to what I think is very strong support. So I doubt they're going to go down more. In fact, they were up today. So look at that, the 10-year, not really obvious support. It's really the 30-year that for me is just going to create the support for all the others. So they're stabilizing. The 2-year, by the way, is also finding support again here after just closing a low of day there on Friday. So it's just sort of like a fake out. So I think the point is the markets are flagging. They're not weak yet, but the yields are finding a base. And when yields go up, the market should go down. Let's look at the dollar. The dollar that's come down a lot, to be honest. It wasn't the best day on Friday for the dollar, which is why gold did well, but it's not the only reason gold did well. But look at this, DXY just found good strength today, and that's quite a bullish candle. I mean, look, the low of day took out yesterday's low, yesterday being Friday, and basically closed really high, relatively speaking, popped our head above yesterday's high. So looks like you want to go back up to this level, 104, and then if it goes higher, back to the old level of 104.5, you can see it was resistance here. There's also mini resistance there, found support there, resistance there. So for me, 104.5 is a level. It's more of a level than 104. So maybe we have a little follow through at 104, 104.5, but I don't think it can go much higher because, well, rate hikes are still over, you know, rate cuts are still in place. So this is just a bounce from a drop. And I think we'll find resistance here from 104 to 104.5. And we'll start seeing some bearish candles and then time to roll over and probably go even lower. That's my point. On the dollar, that we're going to go lower. It's just we could have a little bit of a bounce before then. So watch out for 104, 104.5 and then lower. Let's look at commodities finally. So copper, look at that massive drop. I mean, obviously commodities got pretty decked today, especially the metals. So look at that nice strong candle on Friday, bam, because of what happened today with the DXY. And just across the board, the metals really got smashed. So open there, close at low of day. And look at that, it did hit the 3.9 sort of resistance, the last high up here, resistance across here. So that was good to see the technicals working. And we should have some follow through, especially the DXY keeps going up and the market seems to be tired. So when market goes higher and the dollar goes down and the market's, dollar goes up and the market goes down, which is what I think will happen in the short term, we could go all the way back down to 3.7, low 3.7s. Natural gas, it's unbelievable. Okay, I think there's a bit of strength here because this is absolutely ridiculous. And look at this ascending. I can't believe I kept it in here. Look at this. And I left it, you know, but I mean, really, you should have a lot of support around 2.5. That was the old support from here. Plus it coincides with this ascending. So not surprised to see a bit of buying before we even get there. So 2.6 did rally off the lows. I mean, this, you know, I've said it before, but this really should go up from here. This is ridiculous. I know it plays with everyone. It always surprises you how low it goes, but this is really ridiculous. It's now winter period. I can tell you in Europe, it's freezing, snowing, freezing. Even the big gloves aren't enough. So, I mean, yeah, words fail me. To be honest, this maybe I should start drawing the descending line and watch for a break of that really as confirmation that we're going to go up. Let me just clear this up. So yeah, it should go up from now, but that's really surprised me how low it goes. Likewise, look at oil. I didn't think we'd go back down to 74. And here we are closing below 74. You know, obviously there should be a little bit of support here, which is where we found support today, but you know, not the best close. And if the dollar goes up a little bit more, I don't know. I really can't see how oil can go all the way down here unless it's recession and demand's going to drop. But with the dollar being devalued, I mean, you know, you buy oil in 12 months from now, it's all the way up here. That's my take. But can it go lower short term? Yes, of course it can. We're probably one day away from, you know, a new low being confirmed, because if we close below 72.5, I mean, it should go even lower. Dare I say 68-ish, this level should be super strong. Bit like the natural gas, really close to a super strong level. But oil is just, I don't know. You know, you got geopolitical tensions, you got all these tankers getting hijacked off the Gulf of Oman. Sorry, what's it called? Gulf of Aden. Not just that, you got the Middle Eastern wars, you got Ukraine war, you got the dollar going down, you've got commodities super cycle. I mean, there's just so many reasons. The SPR still hasn't been refilled, right? I don't know. But look, it's a good buy here, and it's an even better buy down here. So let's see what happens. That really did surprise me. So let's see what happens tomorrow. Uranium, just sideways up. Same story for absolutely weeks. Look at that. Best close in years. Is it years? No, months. Just best close in a long, long time. So on we go to 31.5. You know, I don't have to spend long on uranium. It's just been amazing for a long, long time, and it continues to outperform. So very good day today. Look at it. It's just green, a green in a sea of red. Okay, gold. So we closed Friday at resistance. Didn't really close above 2080. That would have really done it. And what really would do it for me, absolutely confirmation, is 2100. We closed above 2100. Didn't do it. We just opened. I mean, talk about some algorithms. Look at this. Just open automatic buy 2150. I think futures were 2150. I don't really follow futures, but that's crazy. And then all the way back down, that's kind of acceptable. And then, okay, let's go up normally with normal humans trading on normal hours. And then it just, you know, flashes more because this has come down so much. I guess people thought it was a good chance to make it a bearish engulfing candle. Maybe algorithms took over, the dollar started going up, whatever, you know, the usual manipulation on certain times like London Open, that typical stuff. And then it comes all the way back down. I think we're going to go back up. I think this is a very nice, funny puke. I don't think this is some sort of a bear. You would say this is a massive bearish engulfing candle, but this is different. This is just a squeeze that happened because we're at new record highs. We didn't even retest, for me, the 2010. For me, that's the level. I did notice here 2020 may be the level, just because it was that high of that candle there on Monday. You know, a week ago, Monday. And then we hit it there also. You see what I mean? That was kind of like, but anyway, for me, it's 2010. That's the real level. So tomorrow we could have like a little bit more of a drop, you know, maybe even if flushes below 2000. I don't think that will happen, but I still think we're going to have like a general curl and back up. That's what I think is going to happen. It's certainly not going to take that long. It'll probably be like that. And you know what? I'm not there yet, but the miners were amazing. If you own miners, today was a good day. It's like a green day. Because when you look at how far down some of these went, look at the silver, that's pretty buried. I mean, the equivalent of 2010 probably now is 24 for silver. But I didn't mind that. I don't hold silver, by the way. I own a bit of bullion, but it's the miners. And when you see silver down basically 4%, and then I'm just going to jump real quick, and the miners down 3%, look at that. That's great. I'll take that every day. You know, and some of my miners, for example, like the majority of my big seniors holding, they're down like 1, 1, 1, 2, 1. You know what I mean? Then you get to the more speculative ones that are worth half of these seniors. So, I mean, down 1.5% on a minus 4% silver day. That for me, that's like making money, even though I'm losing. So really, really not unhappy with the day. And it's a good opportunity to add, which I did. Just nibbled a bit more Pan America, a bit more First Majestic, a bit more Barrick Gold, just so I, you know, just sort of the weighting that I want. Like Barrick was worth a little less than the others, even though they're all worth more and more. I think this is the one. I think the miners are really undervalued. I mean, but when you see silver down like this, and the miners, like I said, the miners down not that much. I think we're going to go all the way up in gold. I think we're going to go all the way back up to 2100. We're going to close above 2100. We're going to run up to 2200, 2500. I think it's coming. I really do, and I've never said that before. I can just feel it, and this did not scare me today. This is just a beautiful opportunity to add. Really, people say that a lot, but I mean, I think this does not scare me at all. And the dollar, that's just going to flush. And when it does, this is going to be above 2100. And just seeing how fast it spiked, I think it's beautiful. And silver down 4%, and the miners are down. The GDXJ is down 3%. The GDX was down what? Maybe even less. Probably less, because look at this, 2.5%. You know, it's beautiful. Absolute outperformance. So, you know, as gold curls and goes back up, and it will, and we start closing above 32 on the GDX, or we start closing above GDXJ, you know, above 39.40, make it 40, beautiful round number. I mean, look at this. We're still all the way up here flagging. On the type of move we saw today in silver, you'd expect GDXJ to be all the way back down to 36, which was a level we were looking for, you know, just 1 or 2 weeks ago. Like, let's go up to 36. We're just flagging at 39. So beautiful day, beautiful day. I don't know what you guys thought, but that's one thing that stuck out to me. The miners just bullish signals despite the absolute flush in the metals, obviously intraday. So it was a good day. Enjoy tomorrow.